So, what is up, guys? This is Tomey Dev here. So, now, this is Tomey's RP. Yeah. Now, I know that that you guys might see this on Friday, and yeah, this is a video premiere of me showing Tomey's RP to the public. Of course, um, this video is also kind of unscripted, pretty much, since I'm just showing you Tomey's RP and pretty much the maps and stuff like that. So now, this is the lobby where you will be at, where you'll mainly spawn at, of course, as shown from these spawn points, these three. Here you have these morphs over here. I had to kind of fix this a little bit because that was a little bit not so good, so I fixed it a little bit. Yeah, these are the morphs. These are the animatronics right over here. This one is mainly just a suit for Natalie. And Natalie is pretty much the murderer in this. This is the manager, night guard, and the costume that Natalie uses, which is a Sandra costume. And this one's the Sandra suit. Here is Natalie and Andy. These two have at least three kids as a whole, which is Ashley Emmett, who is the main character kind of this all, and Daniel Emmett, who pretty much is Ashley Emmett's brother, a little bit older brother, and the son of these two. Ashley Emmett is the daughter of these two. Andy Emmett, being the oldest, is at least 16 years old. He pretty much the brother of Daniel Emmett. His sister is Ashley Emmett, and these two are his parents. These other guys, though, Malcolm, Joshua, and Matthew, are the bullies. They basically peer pressure Aiden into doing the same thing at a diner, pretty much. Pretty much, they met Aiden at school, and pretty much they kind of bullied him, pretty much. Since Aiden is kind of he's kind of a guy that can get kind of bullied sometimes. So yeah, these guys over here, these are the bullies, and they talk to him in a diner about ending Ashley. They bully Aiden, and they also sometimes bully these guys too, aka Daniel Emmett and Ashley Emmett. Aiden Emmett does tell the parents, but they either don't seem to believe him, or they just tell him to stay away from them because they're a bad influence, pretty much, and they pretty much are. Here are these guys over here. These guys are the phobias that Ashley Emmett has. These ones that look like skeletons and pretty much like creepy stuff. These two, pain is more like the thing for Ashley, who is pretty much the backside, the backside of Ashley's brain, and this one's like the front side, and I'll get to that right now actually. So afflicted is like the happy side, happy-go-lucky side. He's pretty mischievous. He pretty much tells Ashley the past memories that she's had, and pretty much it's kind of like the ones from Scrooge, except if you took the ones from Scrooge, it pretty much kind of made them kind of like two separate things, I guess. So yeah, and pain is like the dark side of it, where it shows Ashley, her future. This one shows her past. So yeah. And also, afflicted is the actual good one, while this one's the bad one. So that makes sense. Both of them have their pros and cons, though. Hankai Johnson, he's the factory owner. He owns the factory pretty much. He's kind of He's kind of arrogant and thinks that he's above everyone else somewhat. Not all the time, but sometimes. But yeah. And this one's Raven, who is the night guard at the factory. And these are the shattered versions of the these four at the very least. These are shattered versions of the animatronic, and this one is an unused one called Technorok the Wolf. He was supposed to be involved in Toki's with his code, was kind of trash, and pretty much he was never used. And then with these ones, this is Veronica Van Diesel, Victor Van Diesel, and Harold Van Diesel. Harold Van Diesel was the original owner of Sidco Labs. He died in 2002 pretty much, and it's said that he kind of died during like 2002, 2003, pretty much when the events of Toki's were happening. Victor Van Diesel is the son, not the father, the son of Harold Van Diesel, who is pretty much a guy who overworks his scientists, employees, and pretty much has a lot to do with. He really pretty much has a lot to do with what happens in the business, essentially, because he's a kind of anti-competitive guy. This is Veronica Van Diesel, his daughter. Now, if you want to know why there's no mother, why there doesn't seem like to be any kind of mother, it's because it's actually unknown pretty much what happened. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail with that. Anyways, this is that's Veronica. She's just you don't need to know much about her other than that she's kind of important to the story later on too, and she's got an important story now since she kind of does give him some tips and he kind of doesn't really listen to them. These are the corrupt versions. Now, these were basically prisoners. Like, basically they were put into these suits with chemicals in them, and pretty much they became these monstrosities. There's not too much of them other than the fact that they, I think, could have their own powers later on. Not sure. Anyways, let's go to the... Oh, yeah. This is the LC factory, but it will get a remake, another update that's coming out pretty soon for this. This is just the early version, like this said. Here it is. Not much to be said here because it's just an LC factory. Nothing much to here right now, at the very least. We are planning to remake it though, when the time comes for it. These are the event morphs, which we will have event morphs here usually. Later on, we'll have a full room with event morphs, so you can basically be able to use the event morphs however you like. These are the old versions of the morphs. Nothing new here. In another video, I might go over the scrapped characters and the scrapped content that never appeared in Tomey's RP, but might either appear at some point or be redone at some point to be in the game at a later stage of the game. But yeah. Anyways, let's go to the actual maps now. Now, I'm not going to show the insides of them because I'm running on a time constraint here. But here is the main map, Togi's Pizzeria. As you can see, it's just pretty much a pizzeria. You'll be able to see it from the insides later. It's pretty short of a map though, to be honest with you guys. So, this will be the main map that most of the actual events are kind of placed at, pretty much. There are other maps too that will have their own events too, with the characters and the lore. We do plan on having the loreboard released at some point in time. It's just that it's just been pretty much all work in progress, to be honest with you guys. And yeah, this one is the last map, Sidco Labs. We do plan on remaking this eventually too. We'll mostly just remaking this map because it's kind of old. And we want to expand this map to look more like a laboratory rather than an office space, because this kind of just looks like more of an office space. But yeah, We are planning to actually redo this map in some way, form, or something like that. I am still kind of working a little bit on this section. I forgot about this, but I'll fix that in like a moment or two. Here is the room. Here's this section. Here's this section. Well, I will show you the insides of Tomey's, or not Tomey's RV, the pizzeria. I'm sorry. Now I will show it because, you know, and don't mind these cameras, by the way. These are just placed there for the actual camera systems in the game. And of course, I'll name them too, so that way they're not like as bad. But yeah, pretty much. Don't mind them. And don't mind that they're floating either, because they're pretty much invisible. Anyways, here is the rooms. Yeah, it's pretty short, to be honest. The Geo's factory, which is owned by, as you can guess, Geo Enterprises. Geo Enterprises is pretty much the owner of Toki's Pizzeria and the factory here. So yeah, I will explain more lore for them as time goes on, but that's all you really need to know for them right now. Yep, one of the areas. It's pretty big though, but there's not really much to worry about, to be honest. Yeah. And then the last one is the house. Well, yeah. This is the Emmett house, the Emmett residence, pretty much. This is the outside. This is the inside of it. This is just, by the way, a tour. So, yeah. One of the bathrooms, the other bathroom is downstairs. This is the parents' room. This one, I think, is, yeah, Daniel Emmett's room. This is Ashley's room, which looks very similar to that of the FNAF 4 house room, because it's kind of inspired by it. Of course, from here you can see that it's Aiden's room. So yeah, there are a little bit of Easter eggs, I think, here. Yeah, not Easter eggs, but like just little bits of things, as you can see from like right there. So yeah, I think that's, well, that's not really it. And then here's the hospital map, which is just used for the story. There are no cams in this area, and same with the house map and the SIG collabs map, since that one's going to be worked on eventually. The reception area, the hospital room area, which, yeah, they're all just pretty much the same thing, so nothing special there. The office area for them. With those doors also lead to other office areas too. And then here's the cafeteria of the hospital. Just some boxes here because this is just pretty much like a storage area, pretty much for their stuff. It looks a little bland, but yeah. And here is the helicopter pad area. Looks pretty cool, huh? Yeah. There are some other buildings here, but none of these other ones besides the hospital are openable. This is because of the fact that this takes a lot of time and energy and stuff. So yeah, that is it for now, guys. Well, there's a playground here, but yeah, nothing much there. And I think that is it for now, guys. So yeah, hopefully today is Friday, the 27th for you. and of January, and I hope you guys have a nice day and check out Tomey's RP on the Roblox engine. I'll see you guys at launch day. Bye.